So, how to basically, look the same even you have been training for years, and if you're a beginner, maybe months and months after training it, you still look the same, right? And I mean, there are really simple ways that you could do to basically achieve this thing that I'm telling you to do, and the chances are you're still doing it. And if you watch this video in its entirety, you would see that, okay, like, what he's telling, what I'm telling, basically, you have been already doing it. And if you're smart enough, you'll try not to do it, right? Like, do the opposite of what I am about to tell you, that you have been doing this, like these mistakes. So mistake number one is that you're not in the right mindset, which hinders your consistency in the gym, right? It's like you go all in for 1 week because maybe kind of you have this free time, maybe your exams are over, maybe you have free time, your friends motivate you to go to the gym, and you have been going to the gym consistently for 1 week. You know I mean, you're so full, I'm so full of motivation. You maybe even overtrain yourself, something like that, and then the next week, you're too sore to move a muscle, and then you lost all your motivation, right? So you're not in the right mindset. And the problem with that is, it doesn't matter, like any physical movement, doesn't matter if it's the gym, if it's fighting, if it's I'm swimming, sprinting, cycling, whatever that is. It is kind of, I mean, very primal and natural for us to do it, right? So whatever you enjoy, for example, at this point of time in my life, I enjoy going to the gym. I love lifting heavy weights, and I love to train for strength and aesthetics. So this is what I want to do for my entire life, right? It's not that, okay, as soon as I build an aesthetic physique, I would stop going to the gym. No, none of that. So you're not in the right mindset. The right mindset to have is that, pick a thing, like, pick a physical activity. I'm not saying it has to be the gym, right? So if you are watching this video, I'm guessing it's gym, right? So, you know pick a right mindset, and the right mindset to have is basically, I will do this for as long as I am alive, right? So, the right mindset is for you to have is, I will go to the gym, I will enjoy it, right? So that I could do it for the longest time, right? Doesn't matter if I want to go to the gym or not, I have to go to the gym, right? And discipline is, what builds consistency. So you have to make a little bit shift in your mindset, right? And this is really the first mistake that I see to basically, you can make if you want to make absolutely no progress in the gym. The second mistake is basically not eating right, right? Like you're eating, I mean, clean, but kind of clean when you feel like. So the thing is, you would see, and I've talked about this video that I made on food, is basically where, I mean, completing your protein goal from KFC or like McDonald's or any other fast food chains that sells maybe fried chicken or stuff, or stuff like that, or you would basically complete your protein goal from homemade, like home cooked foods. You would have to choose, right? So you eat kind of clean for maybe 1 or 2 days, and you feel proud of yourself, but then you think that, okay, I've been eating clean for maybe 1 week. I surely deserve a huge cheat meal because I may have lost some calories here and there when it comes to eating clean. So the thing is, I mean, one of the nuances that you have to basically I mean, think about, or like keep in consideration, is that if you're eating clean, chances are you're not kind of I mean, completing your protein goals, or like your daily goals, right? Like your daily calorie goals. And the way to solve it is basically eat more clean, right? It's not like you would eat clean and then you would think that, okay, I might have missed some calories, so I might as well have some cheat meals at the end of the day I mean, at the end of the week, to basically complete that, I mean, calorie deficiency that you have been making up for this entire week. No, just eat more clean. That way you would complete your protein goal, your daily calorie goal, right? So eat clean, right? Not just now and then when you feel like, but eat clean in general, right? And sure, like every once in a long while, you could go to some fancy restaurant, or like outside to eat your favorite cheat meals with your friends. It's fine. And mistake number three is basically you're program hopping every now and then. As a matter of fact, I would go beyond and say that you don't even have a program. You just, show up to the gym and do exercise, like, I mean, those exercise, whichever you feel like, right? And the problem with that is, remember I made a video, I think few days or like 1 week ago, that the only key factor that I, need to look at you and say that, okay, you have been killing it in the gym. Like, if I ask you one question and if you answer that, question honestly, if I get the answer based on your answer, I would be able to say if you have been going, like if you have been in the right path or not. And that is, progressive overload. I mean, training progressively and make sure that you are seeing that smooth linear progression in each of your lifts, strength, repetition, whatever that is. And that would never come, right? If you don't have a specific program to follow. I mean, think about it. If you don't have a program, if you're not hitting the same exercises, like the same cycle of exercises that you would choose to do if you were in a program, if you're not doing it, how the fuck would you basically track your progress, right? There's no fucking way you could track your progress if you're not hopping on a specific program. So stop program hopping, pick a program that you actually like, you kind of resonate with, right? And then follow it for at least 6 months, and I guarantee you will see results, right? Even if the program is shitty, you will see results. Because why? Because you have been, consistently, progressively, overloading week after week, right? And for those of you who actually want to build an aesthetic physique and actually gain strength, like not only, look pretty on Instagram, on cameras, whatever that is, but also gain strength as an ox, right? I will link down below my training program for you guys to buy it off. It is kind of like the best training program if you want to build aesthetics and also build strength, right? So yeah, comment down below if you guys want it, and I will have it for you guys to buy it off from the links down description. Mistake number 4 is that basically kind of ties into the third mistake that you would make if you want to see no progress in the gym, is that you're not tracking, right? How the fuck would you track if you don't have a training program, right? So that's all I had to say about this point, because it kind of ties into the third point. And mistake number 5 is basically you don't push harder in the gym. And the problem with this is that you are very confused whether you should go hard in the gym, because some fitness influencers say that you don't need to push yourself harder in the gym every set to failure, all of that stuff. And some guys say that, even Sam Sulek says that he pushed to failure, like he trains to failure every single working set, every single day, right? And I would say it is okay, like if you are someone who has hopped on gear, but definitely not for someone who is natural and basically relies on natural food sources, natural tools, and supplements and all that stuff for his recovery. So I would say if you are watching this video, you probably don't need to fucking worry about overtraining yourself, right? So what I would say is, go harder in the gym than last time, right? If last time you've made like a 9 reps on dumbbell press, make sure that you actually do like the 10th rep. Like if you can't do the 10th rep, you actually need to do the 10th rep and make sure, you go harder this time in the gym. So yeah, as long as you do that, as long as you progressively overload, it's fine, to be honest. And then you sleep, whenever you want, right? You scroll past 2 a.m. and then maybe you get 6 hours of sleep, maybe, right? Like that's a huge maybe. And then you wake up kind of groggy, you feel sluggish, you don't feel good enough to basically wake up and do your daily chores. I mean, it doesn't have to be like going to the gym as I'm concerned in the morning, but maybe studies, maybe going to your office, maybe do whatever you want. You don't want it because all this fatigue that has accumulated from your training yesterday and all of the days before that, you didn't recover. I mean, it doesn't matter if your diet is on point. Like, doesn't matter if you're eating like an elite level lifter. If you're not sleeping, right, you're not giving your body time to recover. I mean, you're giving all the tools to recover, right? Like, you kind of maybe doing massages, maybe you're eating clean, maybe you're supplementing protein, creatine, glutamine, whatever that is, but you're not giving your body time to recover, right? So yeah, that's one of the mistakes again, is you're not sleeping. You're sleeping whenever you want, right? And I think I'll make an entire video about sleep, like how to optimize your sleep, how to sleep properly, on so that you can maximize your gains and maximize your recovery, because I think it's really needed, because sleep is such a superpower that if you could master it, you could basically like change your life. I mean, I'm not talking about specifically building muscle, but literally change your life if you could master sleep, and basically you use sleep as a tool to basically recover, uh make your brain rest so that your cognitive functions are really good for, in the next morning when you wake up, all that stuff. And the biggest mistake that I have to tell you, when it comes to you know please make this mistake if you don't want to make any gains in the gym, is you're not consistent enough, right? And I've been talking to a few people that say that when I ask them, hey, how long have you been going to the gym? Because their body looks shit. Like, I would have guessed that they have been going to the gym for 1 week, right? And I ask them, hey, how long have you been going to the gym? They say, I've been going to the gym for 3 years. And I'm kind of shocked, right? For 3 years, and you look like this. Like, how the fuck that this happened? Like, you've been going to the gym for 3 years and you look like this. And then they say, oh, exams came up. I was kind of traveling, and then I kind of gave up because I felt demotivated because I wasn't seeing any progress. But then after seeing your videos, or maybe after talking with you, after seeing you in the gym, or sometimes it happens in my friend circle where they get motivated my my transformation, and they hop on the gym again. So all I have to say to that is, just think about it. Like, you have the results in front of you. You have been training for 3 years, right? And you look like this. And the reason for that is, all those 3 years you have been training for, you haven't been consistent. Please avoid these mistakes that I've listed for you guys. And if you do it, I am pretty sure that you will make progress in the gym as fast as possible, as humanly as possible. And yeah, if you guys want me to basically help you to hold your hand throughout this entire process, because the thing is, with today's day and age, there's so much information. It's not even like, okay, I don't know what to do. It's like, too much, for you to contemplate, for you guys to basically what is good for you, right? So basically, if you want me to remove the guesswork, right? Maybe I should do it. Maybe I shouldn't do it. Oh, what should I do it? What shouldn't I do it, right? If you want me to remove all of the guesswork and basically hold your hand and help you throughout your entire fitness journey, and make sure you have this double D's like me, and those guns like me, and yeah, give me a text on my Instagram, the word jacked. My one-on-one coaching. Peace.